We're searching through his consciousness at the moment. The things that he's been writing. As we do this, we look forward into the projections of how the words will be received by populations. You have to continue to write as it's coming through. We're watching and we modify the passages that we don't like. You're watching this occur. You can feel it happening.
Yes.
The conflict within you, the science. Todd questions the science also. He writes the things down, and he doesn't understand the science behind it because it's not in his consciousness. He's not studied this. And then he looks up the accepted science, and he finds that it is within the accepted science. It goes beyond the accepted science. There will be some resistance to this information, the finger of God, as you spoke. Sadly, this is the process, and the truth is the truth, and the truth must be presented. The consciousnesses that aren't ready for the information will not align to the book. It won't resonate with them. But the consciousnesses that are ready, that will resonate. And what will happen, as with a lot of scientific theories from the past, they aren't accepted, and then the science understands the concepts, and then they look back upon the book and they see that, while spoken in generalities, that the concepts were sound, and the science behind them comes later. That's what's going to happen with this book. This book is a way shower. It's showing the way. The ones that will accept the book will use this book to start looking for the equations to solve the answers, and the answers will come in that regard. This book is not a scientific treatise. This is going to put all of the mathematical equations down and just hand them on a platter to the population. And you have to understand that a lot of the equations can be warped, and at the current stage of your consciousness, they would be warped for destructive purposes. There's a lot of information that we're providing in generalities that, if the actual equations were presented, would be used in the improper manner. We've watched that occur too many times on this planet. We're not going to provide that sort of information. We're going to provide an illumination of the general pathway that can be walked for an ascending consciousness to find the proper answers, and not just hand on a platter equations that will be warped in the improper manner. So the book is coming along nicely. Todd's frustrated that it's taking so long. However, as he can see, he goes back and he reads and he finds passages that need tweaking so that they flow properly. This is not just easily read, but resonant actions within the words of the consciousness as they read them that is being massaged. He doesn't understand what he's doing. We're making sure that there's a resonant action within the wording that, when visualized within the consciousness, is going to provide a basis for ascension within the consciousness. Even the consciousnesses that just peruse the book briefly in the store and then put it back on the shelf, it will have started a resonant action within their consciousness for the awakening, and they won't realize that that has happened. However, with the picture that's on the front, it will attract them to look inside the book, and they will read some passages, and the resonant action will begin to occur within them, and the ascension will follow for them. And they'll never be able to identify where their ascension began. Yeah.